Hello everyone, welcome to English class with Kubi. This is English for Form 3. In this lesson, we will be using the Close-Up Students Book B1. We are going to refer to page 5, 6, and 7. Unit 1, Family Ties, Lesson 1 and 2. By the end of the lesson, students should be able to understand the main points in longer text on an increased range of familiar topics. Explain own point of view. Understand specific details and information in longer text on an increased range of familiar topics. Guess the meaning of unfamiliar words from clues provided by other words and by context on an increased range of familiar topics. Before we start, let's look at the meaning of family ties. Family ties is the relationship or bond between people in the same family. For our first activity, let's form a new words based on the topic family ties. For example, EAT, eat, or FAT, fact, or SIT, sit. These words are derived from family ties. Now, continue forming as much new words as possible. Next, let us look at this picture. This is a picture of a child's hand, a mother's hand, and a grandmother's hand. 3 generations holding hands. What else can you see from this picture? Now, let's go to reading skill. How many words for family members can you think of? Write as many as you can in 1 minute. How can you learn about your family's past? Write down in the different ways in your notebook. Then, quickly read the text. Are your answers the same? We are going to read together an article on Meet the Ancestors. What makes you who you are? Part of the answer is in your family's past. Become a detective and find clues to your family history. This is going to be an interesting read. Before we begin, let's look at word focus. There are 4 words here. Number 1, gene. Gene is part of a cell passed from parents to children that determines how they look. The next word is generation. The people of about the same age in a particular family. Next, ancestor. A person related to you who lived a long time ago. And the last word is genealogy, the study of family history. Let's read together. When you look in the mirror, do you see your father's smile? Maybe you take after your mother or look like a grandparent? That's because of DNA. Our DNA contains genes that make each person in the world different. No 2 people look, think, or act the same. We pass down our genes through generations. Scientists can test your DNA to find out which part of the world your ancestors were from. Your family's history may be a mystery to you, but there's a way to find out about it. It's called genealogy, and it's the study of the people you are related to. Genealogy helps you put together your family history. It starts with the relatives you know, such as parents and grandparents, and then you can learn about ancestors who lived and died before you were born. It isn't difficult to learn about your past. You can begin by asking your relatives questions about your ancestors. While you are talking with family members, take notes. This helps you organize any information you get. Make sure you write down any names, dates, or places people mention. Then you can draw a family tree with your name at the top. Then you would add all the relatives from you to your great-grandparents so you can see how everyone is related. If there are any blank boxes in your tree, it's time for some detective work. Many people begin at a library where they can look for family names in old newspapers. Public records are usually a very good thing to look at too. They have information about birth, marriages, and death certificates too. Some records show when people moved to a country. Sometimes records tell you where people went to school and what their job was. You can always search the internet. With every bit of research you do, you are discovering your family's history. Now, let us do some exercise based on the article we've just read just now. Look at the sentences below about studying your family history. Read the text to decide if each sentence is correct or incorrect. Write T for true or F for false. You can refer the article back in your textbook, or if you don't have your textbook with you, simply pause and go back to the article just now. Are you done? Let's check the answer together, shall we? Number 1. We look the way we do because of the genes in our DNA. This statement is true. Number 2. A DNA test can show where in the world our ancestors live. This statement is also true. Number 3. You can find out the number of relatives you have in a DNA test. This one is false. Number 4. Genealogy is the history of our past and present family members. This one is also false. Number 5. Relatives who are alive could have information about ancestors. This is true. A family tree shows how you are related to other people in your family. This one is also true. Number 7. A detective can help you to find information about your family. This one is false. Number 8. It is impossible to buy old newspapers at some libraries. Well, this one is false. Number 9. Public records tell you when people were born. This is correct. And then finally, number 10, the text says that websites can help you to find information about your ancestors. This one is true. For the next exercise, find the underlined word in the text and think about what they mean. Once again, you can refer to your textbook or pause this video and go back to the previous article. Then, circle the correct meaning below. Finish? Well done! Let's look at the answer together. Number 1, take after means to be like somebody. Number 2, look like, to have a similar appearance. Number 3, pass down means transfer to. Relative means family member. Find out means to discover or learn. And finally, look out, to try to find. How many did you get correct? Share your results in the comment section below. Finally, for our last activity, idea focus. Now let's think, if you could choose someone famous to be in your family, who would you choose and why? Next, if you could go back in time, which one of your ancestors would you like to meet? Why or why not? Write your answer in your exercise book, or you can share your answer in the comment section below. Inshallah, I will try to look at it one by one and respond to your answer. That's the end for today's lesson. If you have any question, feel free to text me, or you can drop your question in the comment section. If you find this video useful, please click like. Subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss any new lesson after this. And finally, please share this video with your friends so they can learn English like you as well. Thanks for watching. I see you guys again in our next lesson, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.